Pranam Sabhiko. Today we will be reading the book by our Pujya Gurudev, Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya. The book's name is Super Science of Gayatri. Introduction. A person can proceed rapidly on the path of soul growth and self-realization through devotion of the goddess Gayatri, the supreme creative energy of the divine. It endows its devotee with true wisdom. A subtle, uninterrupted current of divine energy starts flowing through the inner being of the devotee, cleansing his intellect, mind, and emotions of the perverted and dark thoughts, feelings, and desires. The effect of sincere and steadfast Gayatri sadhana is a swift and miraculous in purifying, harmonizing, and steadying the mind, and thus establishing unshakable inner peace and a sense of joy-filled calm even in the face of grave trials and tribulations in the outer life of the sadhak. Gayatri sadhana bestows extraordinary benefits on the devotees. Many persons have performed Gayatri sadhana under my guidance, and I have myself been a witness to the material and spiritual benefits achieved by them through this sadhana. The reason is that they get true discriminative wisdom as a divine gift, in the light of which all infirmities, complications, and difficulties which may keep people unhappy, worried, and miserable are solved. Darkness has no independent existence of its own. It is nothing but the absence of light. In the same way, unhappiness is nothing but the absence of knowledge. Otherwise, in this orderly creation of God, there is no shadow of sorrow or suffering. God is Sat Chit Anand, embodiment of supreme truth, pure awareness, and divine bliss. Human beings suffer because they choose to aimlessly wander in the wilderness of ignorance, forgetting their true identity as divine sparks. Otherwise, birth in a human body is a great boon, which even the gods covet. But because it is the only means through which a soul can attain self-realization, the fount of unalloyed bliss. The sadhana of Gayatri is the worship of supreme knowledge. It is my personal experience and firm belief that those who worship Gayatri will never be lacking in spiritual enlightenment and worldly happiness. Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya. A little introduction. Ever since the beginning of Vedic era, chanting of Gayatri Mantra, Gayatri Sadhana, and Yajna have been considered the most potent means of invoking divine energies, latent in the deeper consciousness of human beings, for the refinement, upliftment, and well-being of individuals as well as the society. However, with the passage of time, especially during the dark medieval ages of feudalism and foreign domination, there came about a general all-round decline of ethical, moral, and social values. As a result, Vedic rituals, modes of worship, and a prayer underwent gross distortions at the hands of priestly class. It was sought to be made out through these perverted interpretations that Gayatri Mantra, Gayatri Sadhana, and Yajna were the exclusive prerogatives of the male members of one particular caste, the Brahmins. Women were strictly forbidden to take up Gayatri Sadhana. They pronounced that Gayatri Sadhana, according to scriptures, was a secret doctrine and the mantra could not be chanted audibly. Such retrograde orthodoxy and the pomp, pelf, and ostentation which was introduced into the modes of worship led to the undermining faith of Vedic Dharma. It was against this backdrop that there appeared on the scene a pioneer of spiritual renaissance and the guiding spirit behind the Reformation program for a resurgent society, the seer saint scholar Yug Rishi Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya. He was born on September 20th, 1911 in a village of Awadkheda, district Agra, UP. He was formally initiated into Gayatri Sadhana at the tender age of 8 by the great nationalist leader Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, the founder of Banaras Hindu University. In 1926, at the age of 15, when he was doing Gayatri Mantra Jap in the early hours of auspicious Vasant Panchami day, the Himalayan yogi Swami Sarveshanand Anandji, who is living in his astral body for the past many centuries, appeared in Acharyaji's room of worship as an dazzling light and revealed to the latter glimpses of his earlier 3 incarnations and the mission of present birth. Intuitively, Recognizing the great yogi as his divine guru, Acharya Sri totally surrendered himself to him and unquestioningly and scrupulously carried out his biddings through his life. As instructed by the Divine Master, Acharya Sri performed 24 Mahapurusharans in 24 years in front of an incessantly lit lamp, Akhand Deep, which was kept so lit ever since and can be seen in Shanti Kunj in his Sadhana Sthali. During this period, he strictly observed prescribed devout austerities. He was actively involved as a freedom fighter, spent some time at Gandhiji's Sabarmati Ashram as a volunteer, and went to jail number of times as a political activist. He visited Divine Guru's retreat in the high Himalayas 4 times for intensive tapasya and sadhana for self-transformation under the Master's direct guidance. Acharya Sri started a monthly magazine Akhand Jyoti in Hindi on Vasant Parv 1937, which has now been circulation of 1.5 million in Hindi and various other languages. Besides translation and commentaries on Veda, Upanishads, Smritis and Darshans and Puranas, he wrote 4 volumes of Pragya Puran, thousands of books and booklets on all aspects of upliftment of human life. Although true evaluation of Acharya Ji's greatness has to be left to the historians, one can have a glimpse of his divine personality by going through the writings which he has published in 108 volumes written, complete works of Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya. 70 of this have been already published. The Brahmavarchas Research Institute of Shanti Kunj, Haridwar, is a living testimony to Acharya Ji's preeminence as a great teacher, combining in himself the penetrating vision of a seer and superbly refined intellect of an original scientist. With the view to the accelerating process of transformation of human consciousness from the astral plane, this great worshipper of Gayatri, after leading an illustrious life of 80 years, voluntarily shed his physical sheath on Gayatri Jayanti Day on June 2, 1990. A comprehensive treatise on the super science of Gayatri was written by Acharya Sri in Hindi and was published in 3 volumes. An English translation of important chapters of these books was published under the title The Great Science and Philosophy of Gayatri. The present volume, Super Science of Gayatri, is a thoroughly revised, edited and expanded version of the former book with appropriate additions and corrections. The earlier edition, The Great Science and Philosophy of Gayatri, contains some errors and omissions as also defects as regards printing and get-up. This book, Super Science of Gayatri, contains all which is known about Gayatri Mantra, Gayatri Sadhana and Gayatri Yag, and is hoped that by logically establishing co-relationship of science with spirituality in the modern age, it will provide to the aspirant leaders guidelines, deep inspiration and firm faith in Gayatri Sadhana and fulfill the true purpose of human life. So now we start the origin of Ved Mata Gayatri. Veda means supreme knowledge. Rik, Yaju, Sam and Atharva are 4 branches of knowledge. Spiritual well-being and fulfillment, self-realization, peace of mind, Brahma Nirvana dutifulness, love, tapas, compassion, generosity, service, etc. fall under Rig Veda. Generosity, valor, courage, gallantry, self-defense, leadership, fame, victory, power, dignity, etc. fall under Yajurved. Some Ved deals with games, sports, amusement, recreation, arts, literature, sensual enjoyment, beauty, harmony, gratification. Wealth, prosperity, accumulation of money, resources, medicines, food, grains, materials, metals, buildings, animals and similar otherworldly well-beings fall under the purview of Atharva Ved. If the subtle and material, internal and external activities and imaginations of any living being are seriously and scientifically examined, it will appear that its entire consciousness moves with these 4 spheres. The current knowledge of all living being flows only in the 4 directions. Rik, spiritual well-being and fulfillment. Yaju, valor. Sam, enjoyment. Atharva, prosperity. Rik is also known as righteousness. Yajur as liberation, moksha. Sam as sensual pleasure, calm. And Atharva as prosperity, earth. These are four faces of Brahma. Brahma has been described four-faced because although having only one face, there is an outflow of four currents of knowledge from his mouth. Although supreme knowledge or law, which is called Veda, is one, it manifests in four different aspects. This is the secret behind the four arms of Vishnu. For the spontaneous development of these four aspects, four stages of life, ashrams, and four social divisions, varnas, have been performed. Childhood is the stage of playfulness and self-development. Youth of raising a family and earning money. Vanprasth of virility. And sannyas of doing welfare activities. According to this fourfold division, Brahman is Rik, Kshatriya is Yaju, Vaishya is Atharva, and Shudra is Sam. These four kinds of knowledge are offshoots of that creative consciousness of Brahma, which has been described in the ancient scriptures by the name Gayatri. Thus, Gayatri is the mother of four Vedas, and therefore it is called Ved Mata. Just as water manifests in four different forms of ice, vapor, air, and liquid, and fire manifests in the form of burning heat, light, and movement, so also Gayatri manifests in the form of four Vedas, four kinds of knowledge. Gayatri is the mother and four Vedas her progeny. This much about the subtle form of Ved Mata Gayatri. Now let us consider the gross form. Before creating the four Vedas, Brahma created Gayatri mantra consisting of 24 letters. Every letter of this mantra is instinct with the superb, refined, subtle consciousness energy field from which have emanated the four Vedas and their branches and sub-branches. A great banyan tree lies hidden in the interior of each of its seed, which when it sprouts and develops into a tree, gets embellished with innumerable twigs, branches, leaves, flowers, and fruit. As is the growth of a tiny seed in a tree several thousand million times bigger than its origin, so have 24 letters of Gayatri bloomed and manifested themselves in the stupendous, all-encompassing Vedic literature. The origin of grammar lies in the 14 sounds produced by Shiva's Damru, musical percussion instrument. Mahadeva, once in ecstasy, played his favorite instrument, Damru, which produced 14 sounds. Panini, the celebrated pioneering grammarian of ancient India, created his great grammatical treatise on the basis of these 14 sounds. Since then, its interpretations and elaborations have assumed so huge a form that they constitute a library of grammatical literature. Similarly, the 24 letters of Gayatri Mantra have manifested in each and every branch and sub-branch of Vedic literature. Gayatri is the primordial word and Vedic riches its detailed interpretations.